Hi, my name's Tim Eastridge, and I'm founder of Eastridge Analytics in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, we're going to look at bracketology using a software called Neo4j, and it looks at how different data points are connected. It's a perfect use case for predicting which basketball team is going to win. In this picture here, we're looking at the West: Missouri, Florida, Kansas, and the relationships, the arrows between them, tell us who beat whom. So Kansas beat UNCW, St. John's beat UConn two different times. And you can see the weight or the width of the line represents the spread. So if we click on this, we can see the weight, and the winner score was 89, the loser score was 75, the spread was 14. So we can see St. John's won by 14 there, and then in this game, the spread was 6. So by looking at how all these different relationships occur, we can actually set our own weighting system. So of course, ESPN gives us these weights saying that Florida is ranked number 1. I'm going to pull up a picture here to show the Eastridge Analytics weighting score. So Florida is indeed ranked number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them to beat Norfolk. Connecticut ranked 47. Again, this is overall, so this is not just within the West. It looks like Connecticut is ranked below Oklahoma. So you might have an upset opportunity here. I'm going to go ahead and pick Oklahoma to win this game. All right, next, let's see, Memphis, Colorado State. I'm going to say Memphis wins there. And again, if I go back to this visualization, we can take a closer look at these relationships. So we can see Missouri and Kansas did in fact play each other one time. Drake, on the other hand, is part of this West, but has not played any of the teams currently on this slide. Now, of course, if we want to expand and show everybody that Drake has played, we can do that, and you can see all the different teams that Drake has played. It's a little bit noisy. I can change the layout here to be circular or to be community layout. But I'm going to go back to this tree layout. I think I have vertical. By the way, I'm using a tool here called G.V. It's free open source to use. Highly recommend to get up and running with graph analytics. Maryland versus Grand Canyon. We have 23 for Maryland. Missouri versus Drake. We've got 9 for Missouri. Texas Tech versus Wilmington. Texas Tech. Kansas versus Arkansas. Kansas. St. John versus Nebraska. Omaha. St. John. Okay, now let's repeat. So we've got Kansas versus St. John. 17 versus 15. Uh-oh, upset alert. Nope, never mind. St. John. We've got Texas Tech versus Missouri. Texas Tech 29. Missouri is 9. Oh, there we go. Upset. Missouri will win for sure. Memphis versus Maryland. We've got 23 versus 18 for Memphis. Oh, upset. Let's go. We've got Florida versus Oklahoma. I think Florida's ranked number 1, so they're going to go all the way. We'll say Florida again here. Missouri versus St. John. Missouri 15. St. John. Missouri is 9. So 9 for Missouri. Upset alert. Florida. All right, let's jump over to the Midwest bracket. We have Houston, Gonzaga versus Georgia. Got Georgia winning that one. Upset alert. Clemson versus Mississippi, so Clemson definitely going there. Purdue versus High Point, 16. Illinois versus, I was going to say Illinois going that one. Kentucky versus Troy, Kentucky at 4. UCLA, Utah State, 35. Tennessee, ranked number 2, so they're going to win out this bracket. Kentucky versus Illinois, 4 versus 19. Tennessee. Purdue versus Clemson, Clemson 22, Purdue 16. Georgia versus Houston, 6 versus 12. I think Georgia is 6 and Purdue is 16, and Tennessee wins there. All right, now let's go up to the South. It's going to make informed decisions, actionable insights, use data to make data-driven decisions. Auburn versus Alabama State. Auburn. Although Alabama State, that's interesting. Ranked number 5. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Wait a second. I think I was mixed up. Alabama's ranked number 5. Alabama State is ranked 267. So these two got switched. Okay, that makes more sense. Alabama State 267. So Auburn's going to win. Louisville, Creighton, close game. We'll see. Michigan, Texas A&M, Yale, Ole Miss, North Carolina. Oh, hate to see it. We'd love to have UNC win here, but just gotta go by the stats. Iowa State, Wisconsin. Iowa State, Marquette, North Carolina. There's New Mexico. New Mexico. Upset. Michigan State, Pride. Michigan State. So Michigan State again. Ole Miss, Iowa State, 8 versus. Where's Iowa State here? So 8 will win. Upset alert. Michigan State's a little bit higher, 7. That'll be a close game. Assuming they make it that far. Michigan, Texas Tech. Michigan 11. Texas Tech. Texas A&M 13. So Michigan barely. This will be an interesting one to watch. The South Conference. So Auburn's going to win here at 3. Again here. Okay. All right. Final one is the East Conference. We've got Duke. Duke ranked number 10. That's interesting. I would have thought that they were higher, but maybe that close call against UNC brought them lower. Mississippi State, Baylor. Mississippi State, Oregon, Liberty. Arizona, Akron. Arizona. BYU, VCU, Wisconsin, Montana, Wisconsin, St. Mary's, Vanderbilt, St. Mary's, Alabama. This is the data shoot. Alabama should be ranked 5. So Get that 9-5 against St. Mary is 30. So again, Wisconsin versus VCU, 14. And Alabama. Arizona versus Oregon, 21 versus 20. So Oregon barely sneaking by in an upset. Duke at 10, Mississippi State at 31. Duke, Oregon 10 against 20. So Duke wins here, and Alabama with an upset in the East. All right. Alabama versus Tennessee, that's going to be Tennessee. And then Auburn versus Florida, that's going to be Florida. Ooh, I'm from Tennessee. I would love to say Tennessee's going to win. However, Florida overall ranked number 1. Put in Florida. How many points will be scored in the championship game? That could be another question that we ask the graph. So let's look up Florida versus Tennessee. Florida, Tennessee. Okay, these two teams have played a couple of times, 3 times to be exact. It looks like Florida beat Tennessee twice. Tennessee beat Florida once. The spread was 20 points when Tennessee won. That's interesting. So 64 to 44, that's a total of 108. Let's just average these out, right? This spread was closer. Let's see, let's call it 150, 110, 150, and we'll call that 120. So 120, 150, 110. We'll say the combined score will be 125. You know, keep it approximate, 125. Enter the sweepstakes. Sure. Enter the Coors Light March Hoops Bracket Challenge. Sure. Okay. Submit. Thank you all for watching.